Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today is going to be kind of different, and it was not intentional. My plan was always to jump from Dark and Darker, which was an extraction type game, to Escape from Tarkov, a game I had played in the past and, at times, very much enjoyed. However, I come to realize that perhaps Escape from Tarkov is not actually designed for me. And I come to learn that in order to create content for my somewhat small audience, it was going to be an incredible struggle. Here's how I like to envision Escape from Tarkov. All the content creators and Twitch streamers are basically given canoes or kayaks, and they're sent up a river. Yeah, up a river. So they're going against the direction of water. Everyone else, like myself, just the casual gamers, we're watching from the bank. And we're like, man, that looks really rough. And these guys, like Pestily and Klean and Summit and all these people are like, well, you know what? I have 12 or 14 hour days. I can get up this river.
There's a transmitter in the canoe. That way, if you guys disappear, at least we'll get our boat back.
Child's play, guy.
And every once in a while, the developers are up there sitting on the dam, and they're like, hey, let's throw some stuff down that they can pick up, like, content or something. So all these content creators are like racing and grinding and struggling up this river because they're trying to get to that little box of content that's being thrown down. But what they don't realize is 90% of the time when they're going up this river, there's also boulders and logs and shit being thrown down alongside of it.
I don't care. I'm not the one that's going to drown.
Because every time a new patch comes out, there's major audio issues or major scav issues, or the content just isn't lining up. So everyone sitting on the bank is sitting there thinking like, man, this looks ridiculous. Why would anyone ever partake in this bullshit? But as you can imagine, all these people are still sitting on that bank watching, because it's like, wow, this is so crazy, it's almost entertaining. Watching these guys get smoked by boulders and hit by logs and maybe attacked by crocodiles, which could be considered the bosses of Escape from Tarkov because they're sometimes so broken. But all these people on the bank are also, every once in a while, kind of walking up that shore, yelling at the guy in the boats going, hey, what'd you find in that box? Like, was that thing good? Or, like, should we be looking at that too as it comes down to us? And that's basically what Escape from Tarkov has become. People on YouTube and people observing this content are just waiting for the people in those boats to throw them a little bit of information so that they don't have to spend 80 or 90 hours kayaking up a river in the wrong direction. And the other thing that keeps me on the shore is that there's people in that river that have cheated their way into somehow getting a 150 horsepower bass boat, and they're streamlining up that river faster than any of these content creators. So I'm not contending with that. It also feels like after each little bit of content, the people at the dam are like, well, geez, this is getting too easy. Let's increase the speed of water here a little bit. Let's open that dam up, because there's some guys that are actually finishing this content. Like, that just isn't supposed to be what's happening. Like, for example, you take Pestily, one of the guys that's probably in that river more than most people should be. His video on patch 0.13 basically explains most of the major problems, and 3/4 of that video is him just describing how the audio is basically comparable to a steaming pile of shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
And B, the scavs are just completely broken, and the content locked behind keys and marked rooms is just a waste of time, where he relies on people in the community or other people that have those keys to basically get him into rooms so he can explore and quest. The other video I found interesting and looked at when it came to Escape from Tarkov was Klean, in his video describing how the Tarkov meta is ruining Tarkov. And he kind of led me down this path I wasn't expected to be on, which kind of prompted this video. He explains how to and fast loot, fast experience, all these type of videos are, this Tarkov meta videos are actually ruining the game. It's because people don't want to put in the time, don't want to put in the work, or put in the effort to actually grind any of these materials. Now, he made this video 9 months ago, in precursor to basically a lot of what he thought was Tarkov's problems. And personally, I don't think it's any content creator's problem for creating that information. I mean, we're on the shore thinking, well, there's no way in hell I'm going through that shit show to get an idea of if that gun's worth it or if that room's even worth looting. I'm just going to watch a YouTube video, and these videos have been around forever. I mean, I wouldn't have got through Underground Pass in old school RuneScape if it wasn't for a guide or a video on how to finish that quest. These how-to videos and all this basically content is being driven by the fact that all these people are just tired of jumping over those hurdles that Escape from Tarkov is putting in front of them. These hurdles keep getting taller and taller and taller, and eventually people like myself, a casual gamer, are just crashing into it and experiencing pure pain. So I don't blame people for looking for a shortcut to get up that river and up to some of that content. But as a person who looked for this game as an opportunity to create something for my community, I just don't see how it's going to be possible. I will never be able to compete with a lot of the meta build guide stuff that's going on because I just don't have the time to invest in paddling for that long. And two, I'm not a streamer, so no one's going to be able to get to see my failures or watch me struggle through this like everyone else does. So I'm certainly not going to be making videos about how I killed Twitch streamers or how I did this Twitch streamers, which seems to be all the rave. Creating videos about meta guns or streamers. And, which leads me to my last kind of point, is that this game isn't made for us at all. It's a game purely designed for those content creators.
Profits? They work for me, asswipe.
And the developer's sole focus is not on the shore and the people that are watching and enjoying this game. It's on how can we keep those content creators and Twitch streamers in those boats.
Hi about shit. Did you about shit?
Hi about shit.
I did shit. Oh shit.
Like, we want it to be almost enjoyable enough that, you know, people will watch and think, geez, that kind of looked fun. Or, wow, that moment, that was kind of exciting. Maybe I could do that. But I know for at least me personally, my runs are always ruined by those boulders and logs and bugs and cheaters and everything else that comes with this game. Finally, I just wanted to say to everyone that is in those boats and trying to grind up that river, I give you a lot of credit because it's an incredibly difficult task. My only hope is that eventually Escape from Tarkov becomes a game I can go back to for a fun extraction experience. There's so few games that, like Dark and Darker, give you that extraction, looting, escaping, you know, fighting players feeling. And I give Tarkov a bit of credit here. It does have moments that are truly incredible that no other game has. I just wish they were more attainable for a person like myself. So, once again, I thank you all for watching. I know this is a much different video than what everyone's used to, but I just thought I would share my opinion on some of what's going on with a game I had looked forward to playing. The other game I look forward to playing and hopefully creating content for in the future, once it's finally playable again, is Dark and Darker. So I hope to see you all on February 6th. Thank you all once again for watching.